Here at the Modern Survivalist, we like asking the tough questions. What was first, the chicken or the egg? How can you manage to embarrass your country more than Antony Blinken as he explains why Israel was right in killing an American citizen trying to aid starving Palestinians? Or how much of a fucking idiot do you have to be so as to get the job of director of the ATF? Well, we'll answer some of those here in this video. Folks, as always, welcome to the channel, and in this case, we're analyzing this gem where we have the director of the ATF, Pants Lady, and one of the leading experts of the ATF who apparently cannot disassemble a Glock, something that takes a 5-year-old about 3 seconds. Let's try to learn something from this mess. Start here, 240. Well, let's start from the beginning because, you know.
This looks like a big variety of items here. What am I looking at?
You're looking at guns, lady. The ATF laid those on a table for you to make a scaremongering display that is, quite frankly, embarrassing. But, yeah, let's move forward to 240 because here's where the good stuff starts. Yeah.
2 to 5. And you're doing it slow. What rate of speed are we talking about if you know, hundreds and hundreds of rounds?
400 to 500 rounds per minute is, I believe, what they're claiming for this particular firearm.
Yeah, cannot explain how a bump stock works, but yeah, still banning it, right?
There is no reason you would use that for hunting.
Oh, you would not use that for hunting. Of course, that's what the Second Amendment is all about, hunting. I mean, you all know, it's the right to keep arms for hunting should only be infringed when to pay dude decides that you should no longer have those guns, or Pants Lady, or ATF leading expert dude. That's what literally the Second Amendment says. That never a word about, you know, ensuring the freedom of a state against tyranny. No, that's not it. It's about hunting. Arms crossed because I'm worried and scared about all of these guns in front of me.
No, I do not believe you would use this for hunting.
Then it all needs to be banned. You would not use it for hunting? Ban it immediately. Move on to 950, where we start looking at some of those scary 3D printed guns. Yeah, you can print. Do you have an Epson ink injection printer? Well, you can print yourself a Glock right now.
So
It's a normal lawful pistol.
lawful pistol covered under GCA, background checks required. This is a privately made firearm, ghost gun. You can see here on the front where the serial number plate
Should
is.
be.
There's no serial numbers on it.
Yeah.
Oh no, no number.
It says, I mean, this feels metal and heavy and significant. This doesn't feel like something that came off a 3D printer.
Because it did not. Because he is actually lying to you. That did not. In fact, that's actually correct. Pants Lady, guns for hunting deer. That is not something that came out of a 3D printer. That's actually a Glock slide.
Correct. So this was manufactured, and then the end
Come on,
user
you can
could
do
take
it.
with about 20 minutes of time and convert it.
No.
or make it into a working firearm frame,
Okay.
and then buy the additional parts to put on to create the upper, and then they also installed a Glock
To create the upper.
Right.
switch.
So
or
that
a
one, yeah.
switch.
So this last part here, that's really important what Chris just said. So this isn't just a ghost gun. This is a ghost gun with one of these attached. This is a fully
It's a ghost gun with a thing attached. I mean, how scary can it be? It's a 3D printed ghost gun. I mean, it's the kind of thing you see in Ghostbusters, right?
This is a fully automatic pistol. So it will, you'll pull the trigger once, and it will keep firing until there are no more bullets.
Oh no.
And you can put, again, a normal magazine on there. You can put a larger magazine on there.
All sorts of magazines.
And you can shoot out that magazine, no matter how big it is, just with one pull of the trigger in fractions of a second.
Oh no.
So that's the frame.
Almost got it. Come on. Try harder. Yeah, it's a Glock. It's so difficult. Just give up already. There you go. Try with another one. See if you're more lucky with that one. Yeah, there you go.
So basically what they...
Listen to this. Listen to this part where he says he's going to build one for you.
He's going to make a new gun for you.
He's going to make a new gun for you. He's going to make a new gun for you by simply putting the slide. But is he capable? Is the leading expert of the ATF capable of putting a slide on the frame of a Glock?
So basically what they do is they make this part here.
This is like plastic.
So this is the plastic
Oh, yeah.
piece. With about 20 minutes of work, they could make it into a working firearm, and then they could buy the aftermarket parts and attach.
Remember what he said. He's going to make a new gun for you. The leading expert is going to make a new gun for you. Right? Yeah, that's how you make new guns. You just put a new slide in it, and that's a new gun you made.
That simply attach that on.
And to buy those parts, is there any serial number? And
he just
tracing
gave
of-
up.
Now, you don't have to.
pieces?
You don't. If you're selling firearms parts,
He did not make the new
right,
gun.
then it's not a frame or receiver,
Parts are not regulated.
and
by
they're not
ATF.
regulated under the law. We're not allowed to.
She is so nervous. Look at her hands, arms crossed before. She is freaking panicking. She is disgusted by all of this, and yet this is what you have presented in front of you. Wig dude, expert dude, scared old lady, and a bunch of nonsense.
You would
Right.
like to do that?
That's up to Congress.
Oh, would you like to ban all of these? She asked. You know, she's clever. She's getting to it.
Selling firearms parts alone, right? Then it's not a frame or receiver,
Parts are not regulated.
and
by
they're not
ATF.
regulated under the law. We're not allowed to do that.
You would
Right.
like to do that?
That's up to Congress to determine.
So under the law, we cannot ban these. But would you like to ban these even though it would be illegal and against the Constitution? Of course I would love the shit out of that.
What we
Fucking
did is we tried to
disgusting.
work with the law that Congress gave us and take the receiver, the frame. This is a frame. A frame is on a pistol, receiver's on a long
Right.
gun. We take the frame and say, hey, Congress said we can
Yeah,
regulate
can
the frame,
ban these.
right? And so
Oh, it just keeps getting
On
better.
the printer and the capabilities of the person operating the equipment. But some of these smaller switches, they can be printed in as little as 20 minutes.
Expert dude, you can do that with a piece of a piece of wire, a little piece of metal. You can just bend it and make the exact same thing.
yeah, the other thing, that you have to remember is when you have a switch, so when you have a conversion, one of these firearms that's converted to being fully automatic,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That's not a shoulder firearm, right? That's a pistol like this, right? I a law enforcement officer in Houston who's terrifying.
Who was the owner of this fancy piece of
Oh,
equipment here?
so she has the pants, but she is still attracted to shiny things, right? Especially if they're covered in fucking gold.
Well, the owner never received it, and ATF intercepted that. This is an example of we have a couple examples of some of the cartel-desired firearms here on
Can
the
I pick
table.
that?
Yes.
She cannot stop herself from going for the shiny thing with diamonds in it.
I'm sorry,
It's
is
clear.
this the Virgin Mary?
No, lady, this is the Virgin Mary. That is a fucking gold-plated gun.
The Santa Muerta. That is the...
Santa Muerta says the... No, there's no Santa Muerta. It's San la Muerte. Santa Muerta is just you making shit up as you go. But why stop now, right?
patron saint of the narcotics traffickers in Mexico.
She's showing like, wow. But hey, we need to know the important things as to keep the children safe. So, reporter lady, keep on asking the important questions.
There's a patron. There's a patron saint of drug traffickers.
Yes, that is something that they do follow. Some of them.
Yeah.
yes.
I went to Catholic school. They never told me that.
You went to Catholic school and you don't know what... Yeah. Was that a private school you actually paid for and you're this stupid and you know nothing about anything?
That is pretty. So you see this. I mean, this looks like...
We have
No, let's get to it. Let's blow this piece up. Let's ask the more difficult questions that, people don't want to actually listen.
This looks like, what is that,
A sickle.
a sickle?
Grim
There's
Reaper.
an owl, a skeleton. Yeah, it's the Grim Reaper.
Right.
Yeah, the Patriots.
Are
I mean, that makes it even deadlier, but come on, I know you have it.
these real diamonds?
I don't know that they are. We'd have to ask, but I believe so.
How does someone have that made?
She wants to have it made for herself. Anyway, let's stop it here, but this is what we have. This is what we're dealing with. We try to put a twist of humor in all of this, but if you don't realize that they're trying to strip away all of your rights, how many of these things were completely... I mean, the bump stock ban was with Trump, right? They're all the same thing. They're desperate to take away your rights, and they will. Slowly but surely, they will. So stay prepared, get ready while you can, get the things you need to keep yourself and your family safe while you can. Tell no one, because they also have this in mind. Check this out.
And for those who aren't doing that, I hope and expect that as Americans, we will all do that. But those who aren't, if somebody comes into your store in a border state and plunks down $12,000 cash money for one of these things, so that there's no credit card trail, my word, we hope that people will help us as Americans and continue to help us and not make that sale and protect our safety.
Yeah.
And many are. We get a lot of tips from those dealers, but I'm just sort of...
These fucking traders are tipping them off when you pay in cash, so as to not have the same. So, guys, seriously now, be very careful who you deal with. Be very careful that you're not going to one of these liberal trader gun stores that will turn on you and call the ATF on you because you paid in cash. They want to get you no matter what. There's no excuse. Oh, you paid in cash, it's now a crime? Apparently, yes, it is. Guys, it is disgusting. Disgusting what they're doing, what they're getting away with in so many levels. We were talking yesterday about what's going on with the situation in Israel, what your money is being used for killing people, killing even Americans, helping out starving people, bombing the crap out of embassies in other countries. This is the start of World War III. Because there's no limit to what these globalists will go for. They just have a hunger for power that makes them lose any kind of decency. No shame left whatsoever. They are openly talking about stripping away your rights. And, well, this is illegal, but fingers crossed, maybe next time we'll get away with it. Take care.